Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
There we go. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. It's your boy, Gravity620. You guys can call me Gravity. Hope you guys have been having a good one. Today, of course, super excited to see how this kind of turns out all together. On music, it is going to be the Apprentice tournament here. So I believe this is the Super Tournament as well, so we will see a lot of these players that have been returning from previous tournaments. I believe it specifically said, except for Asuna. so I think we've got about 10 players all together looking to get their groove on. So should be good altogether. I think we got it. Play. Okay. So should be good. The first map we're gonna have today is going to be on Triton, and of course is going to be some favorites. That's going to be Toucan and Guitar Cheese. Okay, so they're remaking real quick. So should be good. Should be exciting. Looks like things should be set up here. I want to actually bring the stream up. 1 second, guys. So that way we can see, you know, if you guys are talking, you guys have some questions. Maybe you're kind of wondering what all's going on today. That way I can better kind of answer your questions. My internet was acting up the past few days. So while IE in Katowice was going on, really sucked. Couldn't hardly stream at all, which made me upset because I wanted to be able to do that. There we go. So that did really suck. Turns out somebody had cut the lines, so we actually couldn't. So we couldn't actually do it. Thankfully, they were able to come down, get everything fixed, and we should be good now. So, got to do the Rails tournament last night. I believe Puck. Go. So, you know what? Get ourselves nice and centered, and it looks like we are good to go. They're going to go ahead and count down into it. Again, it's going to be on Triton here, and I tell you what, it's been good. So, definitely made it a little bit irritating not being able to cast as much as I wanted to, even though there were some really great games altogether. Definitely kind of sucked there. So, but looks like we should be good. Things good to go. And yeah. Cool. And for this series, it is Guitar Cheese and Toucan or Token. We will see them going back and forth between EU and NA, since I believe Toucan is actually EU. So we'll be back and forth for both sides. That should be good. Change my. Okay. Alright guys, I think we are ready to go, so without further ado, let's go ahead, jump into game number 1, and let's see who will end up taking the victory. Alright. Without further ado, here, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing as the red Terran pieces, give it up, it's Guitar Cheese. And in the top left, in the blue, it's the Terran player, Toucan. Or Toucan. Toucan. Really interesting. Guitar Cheese playing Terran. He's always been a player that's been a Zerg player to me, so that's really interesting that he is going to be going into Terran. Maybe there's just some kind of logistic through that. Or maybe he's just been playing Terran lately. I actually haven't got to see Guitar Cheese play in quite a while, so I mean that's definitely a possibility. So we will see everything kind of going through so far. Both sides going to be going into a 1-Rax expand here. And on a map like this, you know, it's very interesting to say the least. It shouldn't be too bad, as they are going to be going into Reapers behind this. Looks like a Marine follow-up for Guitar Cheese. On the other side, it is going to be, I believe, the same thing coming out here, yeah, from Toucan, so... Reaper going to be making its way across the map here for Guitar Cheese. Will be able to pick himself up an SCV here for free. The Reaper, though, for Toucan is going to be coming through. And we'll actually be able to pick that up. Nice. Push him back for sure. And, oh, so close, so close. Sees he's still being on the run here. Looks like he will actually be able to return home and start building up some more of that HP. The other side, it is going to be a bunker follow-up, and by the time this gets back, we're going to have ourselves a nice, safe Marine. Of course, behind this is going to be factory follow-up. Does he go into mech here? Is Guitar Cheese going to mech this out? Did he go from Zerg to mech Terran? Oh man, that'd be good. Bunker down for Toucan as well. Going to be going into a 1-1-1 style, and looking pretty solid so far. Both players kind of giving each other the respect of of play. Obviously, you know, it's a double elimination tournament, so even if they do happen to lose this series, they still have a chance to bring it back to make it to the finals. So we'll see how both of these players do end up doing. It's just going to be a single Hellion coming out from Toucan as he does go into the tech lab play with the Marines. Well, it does look like a little bit more of a quote-unquote standard style play coming out from Guitar Cheese. Getting the multiple Hellions, getting the Reaper. Toucan, though, actually going to be able to come in and see everything that is here. But looks like Guitar Cheese just going to go ahead and go across the map. Can't hear the game sound. What? Ah. Alright, guys. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. For some reason, everything switched over. I'm using I have different profiles on my OBS, and looks like that one was a little bit messed up. We should be good now. So, alrighty, so Liberator couldn't be coming in now here for Guitar Cheese, looking to put some pressure on. There is already a Viking here to meet this, so should be more than okay. And we will see what ends up happening. Does get 4 kills, which isn't too bad. And still a pretty solid defense up here for Guitar Cheese as he takes his own third base behind this. There's a third base for Toucan as well, but Guitar Cheese starting to explode into barracks. He's throwing down some eBays as well, and already has Stim on the way. We'll see that kind of coming back into fruition. A good scan. Gonna see that it looks like for now Toucan will go ahead, start throwing down some of his own plays, and both players going for basically the same style of play at this point. 44 workers, 239 here so far in favor of Guitar Cheese, as he does have still quite a bit of Hellions. He's got more tanks on the way. A Viking and Raven coming out from Toucan as well. So should be good there, man. More reactors going to be coming down on the barracks, and you know, both players playing almost in a very defensive way, sending out, you know, what little they can just to put some kind of pressure, or just to keep both sides honest. The Marines got little stars and stuff. That's cool. Like it. Stim now done for Guitar Cheese. Behind this, we do have that combat shields on the way. Third base finally going to be moved out as well. Looks like both players going to be able to start doing that. And if we look at the tank count here so far, very even. Does look like, as far as army goes, that the favor would be in Token's place. He's got a Raven. He's got, you know, a good count of Marines. He's got a Viking. But, I don't know, it's a very positional thing in TVT. We'll see how they both end up both end up playing on this. I'm gonna throw down some turrets just for some extra defense here, and I mean, both players just playing this super defensive, no one being aggressive. It's almost like they have a no rush 15 minutes going on. +1 gonna finish up on both sides. Guitar Cheese is gonna finish up first, which is gonna allow him to have a little bit of an extra defense. And really interesting here, we will see Token actually scouting this out. This is attacks coming. Gonna get in a good position. Gonna be just out of range of that tank. Will allow him to set up his own tanks and get into the main. For the natural, at least. Gonna start working here on some of these SCVs. Some of these Marines taking some free pot shots off. And yeah, I mean, he's basically got this solidified right now. 4th base on the way for Token, but at the same time, here comes a little Marine hit squad. We'll actually get obliterated here by the tanks. And we will see, you know, just continuously trying to press in onto the natural here. A nice scan goes down, sees that there is a 4th base on the way for Guitar Cheese. Some more drops coming in, or at least to help reinforce this army. And seeing them on the way, we'll go ahead and start bringing the medevac over. Center tower will come down. And we will see a little hit squad return home, the tail between their legs. Now that Mexican standoff here on both sides. Neither player really wanting to make the first move. We do finally see some Liberators coming out here, but Guitar Cheese has to play this carefully. Looks like he is going to actually unsiege at the wrong time here. Token going to get on top of everything. An EMP, or excuse me, anti-armament missile coming out from Token as well. And he will be able to take care of all of the tanks here. The Liberator's clearing things up as well. And that is going to shut down Guitar Cheese. He does come in with some attacks, but not going to be enough there, as we will have to back up. More Marines going to be coming out. Some additional barracks as well. That 4th base finally finished up for Guitar Cheese, and we will see him start moving that out. But it looks like Token ready to strike and ready to pounce right now. He knows the tank count has been reset here on Guitar Cheese's side. He's going to come up here and gets the automatic kill on the Raven. The tank's going to siege up and start taking out a lot of these Marines, but the Marines going to get on top of the tanks. Going to reset the count here of Tokens as well. And looks like a Token might have overextended his welcome just a little bit. He will have to back up here. We'll lose all of his tanks behind this as well. And now back to square one. But Guitar Cheese definitely doesn't have the army count like what Token has. He does still have those 2 Liberators. He's still got tanks, and he still has Marines. But it looks like Guitar Cheese might start pressing the issue here very, very soon. Alright, so 4th base out now for Token as well. And the same coming through here for Guitar Cheese. Good scan, gonna see where this army is. And yeah, I mean, it's gonna become another kind of standoff, another kind of reposition your army where you need to. Who's gonna get caught with their pants down? Who will remain with their pants on, I guess. So we'll see. Fifth base coming out now for Guitar Cheese behind this. Still just sending Marines across the map, streaming them across. He's got +3 on the way. We do see more tanks and stuff coming out here. So just getting a very solid macro production cycle going off. Looking to go towards the 3rd base here. There's no tanks in sight. Just 1 tank. There's enough Marines here to kind of fend this off. The tanks will go ahead and siege up. Gets a couple of pot shots off, but I don't think there's going to be enough with +3 finishing up just in time. Or no, he hasn't finished up, excuse me. But he does have +2, so he's able to deal a lot more damage. It looks like Token, though, going to fall short. All that's left is a couple of tanks and some medevacs. He will end up having to lift up that 3rd base. We see the SCVs falling under pressure. A couple of Marines going to get picked up in the medevac to try to deal with this. But with those 2 tanks sitting in the background, I don't know if it's going to be enough. We do have 28 SCVs that fall. There was another attack going on, I think, somewhere, I forget, because he lost like 13 as well. We'll see him kind of back up for the time being, but being able to kill off so many SCVs and hold that off, looking really good so far here for Guitar Cheese. Gonna go ahead and clear up some more pathing as we see the macro still being as much as possible from Toucan, but definitely feeling the struggle. So starved right now in his income. He is finally going to be able to land some mules and start trying to get a little bit more production coming through, but Guitar Cheese definitely in a very dominant position, almost doubled the army supply here with his +2, +3 about finished up in 10 seconds, and he is just going to be miles ahead here of Token. Here comes the stem, going to get in a really good position, not even going to have to siege the tanks and just going to be able to start obliterating everything. There are more tanks in the back waiting. GG will be called, and Guitar Cheese going to take game number 1 here. We'll see him take it there. So, going to be 1-0 going into the next round. Interesting so far. So, game number 2. Okay, so game number 2 going to be on EU server. So we will switch over there real quick. Oh, man. Good stuff. Really good back and forth. Both players not wanting to overextend at all. We see him do a pretty good job there. And out. That should be good. Right? Maybe? I might have to go back. It said that they're going to EU. Let's go back on NA real quick and see. Okay, so they did go over. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what... Oh, that's what I did. I typed in Alf, not Alp. My bad. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Work a slip or die. Funny. Alright, so game number 2 gonna be on Ephemeron. Like it. Yeah. What are you talking about, Slimus? Oh, okay, Guitar Cheese is playing random, that's why. Okay. I didn't catch that first time. I was like, why is he playing Terran? What you... I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead, get into game number 2 here. It should be a good one. Ah! Hold on. Right. Without further ado here, in the bottom right hand corner of the map, playing as the red Terran pieces, give it up, it is Token. Or Toucan. Toucan. And in the top left, in the blue, it's the the Zerg player this time. It's Guitar Cheese. Alrighty, so game number 2 coming through here so far. Guitar Cheese going to be playing Zerg this time as random chance, and he has been actually letting Toucan know what he has been going for, which is really nice. So we'll see, you know, Toucan changing things up for his TVZ. I think he's necessarily been doing a really good job in his own TVZ. So we'll see indeed. Spawning pool going to come down for Guitar Cheese. On the other side, going to be a single Reaper into an expansion. So should be good. Would like to see, you know, does he go into more of the Hellion style, use some Banshees and play? Will we see him go for, you know, mech? That's obviously been a very popular thing for Terran players right now, is to go into that mech style. And then there's also, you know, the different types of mech that we can see happen. So we'll see how things kind of end up playing here, as Guitar Cheese will come in with his Overlord to try to scout and see what his opponent is doing. Definitely wants to see. What's your plan here? Are you going to try to one-base me? Sees the timing there of that expansion. Knows, okay, no one-base play. Try to get a scout into the main. Already we do have the Queens on the way. A couple of Lings as well to, you know, if he wants to, put on pressure, but also just kind of sit back and relax at this point to defend this kind of early Reaper play. More or less just to kind of delay this until the Queen can actually get out. We do see the Queens finally popping out and should be more than safe. I don't think he will actually get any other kills unless he can get really lucky on this, but we'll see. Looks like the Reaper will go ahead and make its way out. The other Queen is sitting there waiting as well. Third base got on the way. Trying to sandwich this in. Man, that Reaper play coming out from Toucan is so good. It's going to be 1-1-1 coming out. Well, Factory is done. Looking like he's going to switch those around at some point. And then go into the starport play. Finally, the Reaper does die, and it's going to be quite a bit of Lings coming across the map. He actually has 9 Lings flooding away. Finally, a couple of Hellions will be coming out as well, and Toucan in trouble. I mean, he will eventually get out these Hellions and be able to defend this, but with just one Marine, a couple of SCVs, you're definitely not going to be able to at the moment. Gets the SCV before it actually finishes up, which is definitely annoying. One Hellion get blocked in. And yeah, he's going to be able to clean this up pretty easily. 2 more Hellions on the way. We will see them continue to push this back. Gets the cancel on that extra depot. Looks like Guitar Cheese will go ahead and back up for the time being. Got 3 Queens out, so going to start spreading that creep across the map. On this other side, it's going to be Lings. Potentially some more Lings. Go into a Baling Nest. He's also got the Spore Crawler down for any kind of drops or anything crazy. And you know what? I like it. 2 more Hellions on the way. 1 Liberator to follow up with this and go into a third base as well. Oh, this is just cheeky. The Hellions, though, gonna actually stay at home. Waiting for those two last ones. Gonna start moving everything around. Get some tanks and the such. But here come the Lings up behind all of this. Oh no, Token could be in some trouble here. Go straight into that, but the Hellions themselves gonna get wrapped around. Only has a couple left. He will have to eventually take those back home, but it looks like he's just gonna go ahead. Okay, definitely in a lot of trouble here. Gonna have to kind of siege everything up. He has to be careful that these Lings do not get into the main base, trying to hold them off as much as possible. And it looks like a few will get into the main base. Gonna be able to scout everything out here behind this. More barracks are on the way here, but I don't know even if it's even going to matter. 11 SCVs have fallen. See that continue playing out. Yeah, I mean, definitely Token in a very kind of tough place right now. Trying to get whatever damage he can, but there's just too many Lings here. Going to be able to eat up these Hellions without any problems. Stim is almost done, which is nice, but he's only got 7 Marines. 22 Bailings on the way. There's Bailing Nest done with Bailing Speed on the way. And just more and more Lings making their way. Actually go across. He does have a tank, which is nice. It's kind of blocked off for the most part, which we will be able to see him, you know, potentially utilize that. But this creep spread coming out from from Guitar Cheese. He's on a 4th base now. Just looking very, very scary. You can definitely tell Guitar Cheese is in his element right now, and even gonna throw down the proxy hat, or not the proxy hatch, but the macro hatch. Layer done, and just everything looking good right now here for Guitar Cheese as he can continue press into this. He's sitting at 72 workers right now. He's definitely at a comfortable income, almost a 3k mineral income right now, floating highly. You see Token trying to make something work here. He's gonna start moving out here, but this might be a fatal flaw here for Token. Go up towards the 4th base. I don't think he actually knows that the... Oh yeah, he does. He knows it's there. Okay. It's already some Bailings going to be morphing in. We do have those Lings as well. We just can go up to Spire Tech, so it's going to be Lingbane Muta. Tanks on the other side of the bridge. We'll be able to kind of help with this. Queen going to get caught out of position. We'll start seeing the Marines coming back, trying to defend this while still pressuring in. We'll be able to get a couple of Queens. More Bailings, more Lings on the way. It's trying to keep themselves safeguarded in between these tanks. So far, looking pretty good. Transfuses will go off onto the hatchery. Try to keep it alive as long as possible. And, you know, really just right now, trying to wait for those mutas. He does actually have couple Lings gonna come in from behind to deal with this, and the Bailing's gonna get some really good connections here. Gonna pick off this army. And we'll see Token go back home once again. He does still have some more Marines. He's gonna try to clear up some of this creep that's basically almost to his base already. And really, it's just to buy time until these mutas come out. And you know what? Token just does not have enough. He's not gonna have enough for this engagement once these do come out. He's trying to come out with some tanks and stuff, but there's just so much army here for Guitar Cheese. +2 is on the way for both sides. 26 Lings on the way as well, but here come the mutas. The question becomes, does he just use the mutas across the map? There's no like detection, there's no no like missile turrets or anything in the bases, so if he is able to sit back long enough and wait for this to go out on the map, I mean, he could literally just go across and kill a lot of income here. You actually see him go into the natural now. Going to start working on a bunch of these SCVs. Some Marines will come home I deal with this. There is a drop across the map. Looking to go into the main base, but already Bailings, already Lings coming in here. GG and Guitar Cheese will take the game. The series there, so. Game. Definitely tell Guitar Cheese. Very big Zerg player. And there we go. Alrighty. So Guitar Cheese will move on. So we'll go down to the bottom, to the losers bracket. Definitely has a chance to come back up. See them play later on in the day. See what ends up transpiring here for game series number 2. I'm going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, another series.
Nuclear missile ready.
Alrighty, guys, we are back. Thank you guys so much again for hanging out. You guys have been having a good one. And next up, it is going to be a ZVR. So we'll see kind of what Guitar Cheese ends up going for in this series. See if you're going to depend on what you spawn in at. But also, I wonder for Firefox, you know, what does he end up going for? in a series like this? Does he sit back and maybe I just do like a certain type of build until I find out what he... Or does he just have everything ready all together? We'll find out. I am excited. Guitar Cheese looking on fire today. Firefox, not as quick as Google Chrome, but definitely has its place in the internet business. So we'll see how he does. All right, so first game match is going to be on it's going to be on Nightshade. So let's go ahead, jump into the game, and let's see who ends up picking game number 1. Ah! Calm down, calm down! Guys, jeez Louise, here. Without further ado, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the red Zerg player. It is Firefox. Alright, in the top left, in the blue, spawning in as a Terran this time. Give it up, it is Guitar Cheese. Alrighty, so game number 1 here for both of these players. Winner goes to the semifinals, loser goes down to the losers bracket. They will play the winners of whatever tournament or whatever series that's going on. I believe it would be the winner of bracket 6. So I think they're still waiting for their other player though. But anyways, Firefox is going to be going into the hatchery first play, into spawning pool. So it's going to finish up about the same time, which will allow Guitar Cheese to get out his Reaper. We'll be able to expand without having to worry about some kind of crazy all-in play like right away, right? He's going to be able to get his economy up. He's going to be able to get, aliens or whatever he wants to do. So I'm excited. We'll see what Guitar Cheese does want to go for in this series. Does he want to go maybe for a mech play here? Or does he just go into bio, which seems like it is kind of a strong suit for him, so we'll see. So Reaper coming out for Guitar Cheese, following up by with that Marine. Gonna go straight into a factory play behind it. See the Reaper finally coming into the natural. Looking to potentially get a drone kill, but gonna be met by some lings. See him kind of micro as best as he can. Does get one of the lings. Potentially a second ling here, but Queen's getting ready to pop out, so he doesn't have very much longer to go. We'll at least be able to scout the third base. He's okay. Everything looking pretty good so far. Nothing to worry about too much. Is able to see the gas count there and sees that it's not going to be some kind of crazy roach all in. Does lose the Reaper though, which does kind of suck for him. He loses a lot of that map awareness and kind of that good stuff. But he will go into the Hellion style play. Gonna get barracks with that nice tech lab going into a starport, so we should see possibly some liberators going across the map, maybe a Viking to help with the overlord problem that is starting to stench up around his base. Firefox gonna be coming around with a couple of lings. Does want to scout a little bit, but also maybe get a couple of SEV kills at the most. So behind this, it is going to be mainly drones coming out from Firefox. Already up to about 35 workers, which is really nice. And we will see him go into a couple lings again for more protection than anything. So far, going to be 6 aliens coming out from Guitar Cheese. Let's have a Liberator as well. Stim on the way. And you know what? Looking good, man. He hasn't really had to face any adversity yet. He will go across with these Hellions, 8 2 more are on the way. We'll be able to pick off a couple of lings and kind of start clearing out space. There is a Marine still in the main to be able to take care of this prying Overlord. Peeping Tom, if you will. And we will see Guitarchi's going across the map. We'll pick up a couple of tumors here, which is really nice. Try to stop that in its tracks. Sees that there's the queen there. Only a couple of lings have been made. There is a Bailing Nest that's just now finished up here for Firefox. So we will have that potential, but going straight into Hellbats here. Ooh, this could be deadly. At the same time, those Bailings trying to morph in, trying to deal some kind of damage. He's got to be careful though. If those Bailings morph right on top of these Hellbats, it's going to shut that down. But, oh, uses all of the hell. Oh, such a bad play there. Firefox, can you use all of those Bailings on one Hellbat? That's definitely not what you want. And going to allow more of these Hellbats to deal more damage, to be able to take care of a queen, and potentially get some more drones. Beautiful transfuses though. We'll be able to clean this up for the most part. And yeah, I mean, he could have had a whole lot more damage done than what was there. Did he lose that too? Lost that. Oh, that's crazy. Ling's gonna go ahead and return across the map, trying to put on some pressure. Gonna build in to a couple of Bailings to bust through this. At home, Guitarchi's really doesn't have anything. He's got one single Marine. This Hero Marine right here. He just graduated from like Marine school. He used to be an SCV worker. He's like, you know what? I'm moving up in the world. I want to be a real daddy. Oh no! Here come the Bailings. Gonna roll right in here, and that one man's dream obliterated into the nothingness. There is a tank up top, being able to put off a couple of pot shots to help this out. But definitely, there's a lot of Bailings here, a lot of Lings trying to get right on top of the SCVs. Actually, the tank doing more damage to his own army or his own SCVs than the Lings were. 19 workers do go down. Still 33 workers to 50 here for Guitarchi's. Behind this, a 4th base for Firefox. And he is going to go into some more Lings. He's got +1 on the way, Bailing speed as well. And we will see him going up to the layer tech. And, you know, what does he go for behind side here? Does he go into Mutas? Does he want to go into maybe Hydra Tech? We'll definitely find out. Right now, Firefox is supply blocked, and that does give Guitarchi's an opportunity to try to catch up as much as possible. All of that, so we'll see how he ends up and then going across. He has to be careful though. He's only got 2 tanks, and he's only got a couple of Marines. Does have stim though, so I mean that's nice, and +1 is finished. But already across the map, we do see those links. Looks like he will go ahead and return home with those, as Guitarchi is looking to start putting some pressure here onto the 4th base. We'll be able to get on top of one of the tanks. The 2nd tank will go down as well. More Marines to join the fray here. Oh, the 2nd tank actually going to survive. And it looks like for the time being here, Guitarchi is going to put himself in a good position. He might be able to get this 4th base. He has to be careful. These Bailings looking to roll in. Beautiful pickup. And we will see eventually that tank fall. No, it still lives. The Hero Siege tank, 32 kills on it so far. Will survive. Half of those kills are his own kind. But he will at least live for the time being here. 4th base about to go down. Just so many links here. He does actually get it, and out will go Guitarchi's. Still, that tank, he's got bruises. He's barely hanging on by a couple of nuts and bolts. He's just sitting back, and he is ready for another attack. He's like, let me at him, let me at him. I've seen the wars. Love it. Looks like Guitarchi's will go ahead and start going back across. Wants to continue to put that pressure on. Already that 4th base has been rebuilt here for Firefox. He's already at a really good ling count. He's got +2 on the way. It is going to be muted, so we do see 10 on the way here. And you know, that does make it a little bit hard, especially trying to dodge all these Bailings. And loses quite a bit there to the Bailings. Still has some Marines up though. But Firefox definitely playing a little scared here. I almost feel like he could just take that, but doesn't want to lose the damage. He does have that 4th base up as well. Looks like he's going to try to sneak in with the mutas, but Archie's already on the trail. Ooh, I like it. Gonna go straight into the natural and possibly the main. Gonna get right out of range of the missile turrets. Oh man. He's gotta be careful though. He gets 8 kills, which is nice, but he has to make sure he doesn't lose all those SCVs. Or excuse me, all the mutas. Coming in with another wrap around onto that 3rd base. Just destroying the mineral line here of Guitar Cheese. These 2 Marines though, they said it couldn't be done. And it probably won't get done, but they still surviving it, even though all of this afoot. Lings coming in here, the mutas as well. Bailings crashing into everything. And this is going to get cleaned up very heavily here. Still, the supply very even as Guitar Cheese starting to pull ahead a little bit. He is at +2, which so is Firefox. But as long as he can stay on top of the Bailings, not let that get to an absurd amount of mutas and an absurd amount of Bailings, he should be okay. The tank and a couple of Marines still alive. Gonna go ahead and sit down after all of that and gonna start pushing to victory here. Guitar Cheese, has he done it? It has. GG. G's taking game number 1 here in this best of 3 series. What a game there. GG's. Computer doesn't crash. Okay. Peter's getting a little antsy. He's tired of working. So GG's. There we go. Okay. So game number 2, where will we go? What will we see? Only time will tell. But see where we go from here. Gosh. All right. So, if you are Firefox, you know what? His TVZ was able to beat me, even though I was, you know, for a good chunk of it, I feel like Firefox was doing a pretty good job. He was keeping Guitar Cheese at home. I just think he wasn't able to get the damage done with the Bailings, and especially losing. There wasn't game ending, but losing like I think it was like 8 Bailings to 1 Hellbat, just not good at all. So it looks like Ephemeron gonna be game number 2. So we'll see here, game number 2. See here. Okay, looks like Guitar Cheese is ready. Ephemeron definitely, I feel some feel. Very good Zerg map. We'll see though. I believe we saw. Yeah, I think this last one we saw Guitar Cheese take it pretty handily. We haven't seen Guitar Cheese actually get Protoss yet this series, so we'll see what he ends up getting for game number 2 here. Okay. Alright guys, it looks like we're gonna have ourselves a good one on this one. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. And let's see if Firefox can even things out. Guitar Cheese will take next series. It's without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing as the red Zerg pieces, give it up, it is Firefox. And in the bottom right, in the blue, he has been dominant all tournament long. Can he keep it up? Give it up, it is Guitar Cheese. Alrighty, so a ZVZ on the hand. Guitar Cheese has been looking pretty good so far all around, but let's see if he can continue playing as well as he has. Firefox going to be going into the hatchery play first, but Guitar Cheese going for that spawning pool first. It's actually going to be a 1-base spawning pool. Has 6 lings already tied up and ready to go. Finally going to throw down the extractor behind this, and we will see aggression coming out from Guitar Cheese. He's looking to potentially get the cancel of the kill on this hatchery and force the mineral loss from Firefox, but will it be enough? See that drone coming down for the hatchery play behind this. 4 more lings though being made to go across with this, so a total of 10 lings have been made to deal with this. Now Firefox will have to send across his drones to help defend this. He's not going to have his spawning pool done in time to save this. If he can delay this long enough, he should be in an okay position, but we do see him going for the hatchery. Hatchery will finish up here, and the ling's going to start putting on the pressure instantly. We see 6 lings tallied up and a spine crawler here for Firefox. Not pulling any drones as of yet, and he does have 1 single queen on the way. Looks like he's just going to sack that natural, but will it be enough? Okay, there comes the drones. Trying to get on top of this. A little bit of a bad drone pool. Just trying to get on top of it, but again, he wants to delay until these lings can get out. Until the queen get out to help with this. Looks like just barely going to keep that hatchery alive. 3 drones have fallen though for Firefox and Guitar Cheese. Thinking about going home, man. Alright, so the queen gonna come down to help defend this, and I think that's gonna put an end to this rush. And unless he wants to YOLO those lings and try to get the hatchery kill, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. He is just going to continue to put some pressure onto the front, or at least kind of contain it. Behind this, it is going to be 14 more lings. Speed almost done here for Guitar Cheese, and we do have that baling nest almost done. Definitely Guitar Cheese is ready to move on. He wants to just continue to attack. Behind this, 10 lings of Firefox's own. He's got his own baling nest on the way. He definitely sees, you know, kind of what's going on here, and is trying to prepare as much as possible. Yeah. Oh, this is a really good play coming out from Firefox. If he can shut this down before Guitar Cheese has a chance to set this up, that's going to be a killer move. And it looks like he will actually get a nice wraparound on a lot of this army. Going to force Firefox back home. And we will start seeing those bailings morphing in here. 14 more 14 more lings on the way. 6 bailings being morphed in here for Firefox, which will help him in these engagements. Oh no, this could be huge. Oh, big bailing hits coming out from Firefox to shut down this aggression. More lings are coming out though. A couple more bailings here across the map for Firefox, and it looks like Guitar Cheese is going to be in some trouble. Firefox definitely the aggressor now. We'll actually pick up a lot of these lings. The queen's coming in to help with this. We'll pick up those lings, but a couple of bailings looking to roll in and potentially get some good shots here. And oh, able to shut it down across the map. There are some bailings here for Guitar Cheese as well, but there's just not enough. And it looks like these lings are going to eventually kind of shut things down and clean things up at home. And we will see just continuously back and forth here. More bailings, more lings being made, and both players just in a frantic plea to finish the other. And the question becomes, does either one of them transition out of Ling Bailing? Do they try to go into the Roach play? And with these huge Bane hits, can Guitar Cheese actually afford something like this? Firefox's Bane hits have just been so devastating to all of this. So Lings will go across the map once again here for Firefox. Going to get right around the Queen. Going to be able to take out the Queen. Oh, and now just some drones here for Guitar Cheese. A couple of Lings at best across the map. There are going to be a couple of Lings as well. Doesn't get the kill though. And still, the Queen survives on Firefox's side. He does get that hatchery, though. A huge play coming out from Guitar Cheese, finishing what he started earlier. Finally does. The Queen will finally fall. And the drones, in a frantic search of who to rule, will just start attacking everything. The Lings, though, here for Guitar Cheese. We'll go ahead and move across the map. A couple of Bailings going to be warfing in one more time, as it looks like Firefox, who was looking pretty good at for the moment, is going to start falling very heavily. He needs some huge Bane hits once again to keep himself in this. Both players on a very low econ game. Oh, okay, doesn't get some good connections. Gets some really good Bane hits. Oh, gets a very juicy Bane hit onto those drones, and just more and more Lings coming across the map. The Queen will pop out once again to rule her people, but how long will that even matter? These Lings just trying to get on top of a lot of these weakened drones to eliminate all of the competition. Just so much damage, so much micro, so many multitasking things going on at the moment. We see more drones, or excuse me, more Lings coming across here for Guitar Cheese. He is just all in at this point, and both players basically have to. Firefox doing whatever he can to survive the moment. A lot of these drones are getting very low though, so he has to play this super careful. He can't expand, he can't do anything like that, but Guitar Cheese just using that extra hatch as an extra source of larva. As long as Firefox can continue to hold on, he doesn't lose too much more here, he should be in a good spot, but Guitar Cheese is relentless. Second Queen popping out, and it's starting to look up here for Firefox. On the other side, the Overlord sees that there's been no Queen remade. Guitar Cheese is literally just on hopes and dreams at this point. If he can somehow stop this pressure from Guitar Cheese, he's going to have himself a good situation. We even see some Lings coming across here for Firefox to potentially cut off some extra incoming units, as well as put some pressure across the map. He does have some Bailings. He still has the Queens and stuff to help protect against this. So Firefox holding on for dear life. Going to block into the main. Oh no, it doesn't have enough. The Queens are in trouble. This could be the... Oh... That's exactly what Guitar Cheese needed. Oh man. Guitar Cheese will see these Bailings be morphed in, as well as the Link sitting there. Already the Queen in command, and we see more of Guitar Cheese's Lings and Bailings ready for a big attack. And so far the table's going to try to turn here onto Guitar Cheese, and that's his turn to defend this. Now, Firefox has had some good Bailing hits, but Guitar Cheese evening the playing field. We will see them back up for the time being here, and both players just back and forth right now. Bailings galore. This fight is literally one Bailing hit away from being either player's game at this point. Playing Ring Around the Rock, but there's a Bailing waiting on the other side, the cheater. Oh no, this could be huge. The Link's gonna go in, a huge Bailing hit! Gonna eliminate it, and there we go. No, no, he almost lost all of his. Okay. So Firefox getting the hit he needed to reset the count, but 10 more Lings on the way here for Guitar Cheese. He definitely needs to put the pressure on, but he's waiting for these Bailings to come through. Both sides frantically trying to destroy the other, but it does give an opportunity here for Firefox to build back up another hatchery to start getting more larvae. And oh, okay, some good Bane hits. We'll be able to eliminate a lot of this. The Lings trying to get a wraparound onto this, but we'll have to back up once again. A couple of more Bailings going to be morphing in here for Firefox. The Lings, though, from Guitar Cheese going to start pushing across one more time. And that hatchery not finished yet. There is a Queen up, though, trying to help with this. And Firefox just going to have to return home to help defend this, but I don't think he has enough links to defend this. He needs help. SOS, send help. And the Ling's going to crumble under the pressure here as Guitar Cheese starting to pull ahead. His army is looking really good. A couple of Bailings trying to come in to help. We'll be able to clear up some of the Lings. The second queen, oh, able to finally clean this up. There you have it. Both sides just going back and forth at this point. And man, Firefox just on fire with these bailing hits, but Guitar Cheese just relentless. He is finally going to transition into roaches though, so that could be the differential here. Oh, jeez. Alright, neither player having a chance to breathe, but it does look like Guitar Cheese starting to pull ahead in the army count. He's got 4 roaches on the way. He's already got 7 roaches out and walking across the map. This is looking very bad right now here for Firefox. He has only just Lings and a couple of Bailings. He's only got a couple of queens. Seeing the roaches, he might fear a little bit of trouble. The Ling's going to get a nice wrap around the queens. And Bailing's going to crash in. Weaken the roaches, but GG. And Guitar Cheese, after an exhausting back and forth, will take the victory and move on to the next series. GG's. What a game. Oh man, CVZ is just so fun to watch. Oh, it's so stressful. I'm stressed out for both of them, and Bailings are getting close. Oh man. Go. GG's. All right. So Guitar Cheese. Excuse me, that was the winners semifinals. So Guitar Cheese is going to be going to the winners finals. Let's see who is going to go to the grand finals, which will be the winners of the loser bracket. So we will see how that ends up going. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take just a quick break. We're going to get into another game here very soon, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Right back.
Nuclear missile ready.
Alrighty, guys, we are back. Thank you again so much for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Apologize for some of the breaks, but we are going to go ahead and jump down to the bottom, or to the losers bracket. We're going to go into the losers bracket round 2, and it is going to be Firefox versus Exo Striker. Is the one we're going to cast. Right now, the second semifinals, Argfire versus Wooded Microbes going on. It's currently 0-0 in that one. It's a TVP. Yeah. That should be a good one. The winner of that will, of course, play Guitar Cheese. Then the winner of that will go to the World Finals, or the Grand Finals, excuse me. So, we are getting close to the end. See if they can continue to do such, and all of that. So, going back over to EU, and we're going to see Exo Striker and Fire, or excuse me, Firefox. So, should be good. It should be just a couple of minutes here. While we are waiting, make sure if you guys haven't already, use or go to the Matcherino page. I believe you can do !Matcherino, and it'll bring it up there. Use the code APS139. Yeah, APS139 at 50 cents for free. Go ahead, and I will bring it up here self so that you can see how to do it. If you've never done it, if you're a new person, you're like, you know what? What's this stuff you're talking about? Let me show you how it's done. And switch it over here. There we go. Switch it on over. Click the Matcherino page. It'll bring you up here to Alpha X Apprentice Super Tournament 1. So far, the prize pool is $40. If you haven't signed in, make sure you sign in. It literally takes like 5 seconds. For me, I already have it connected through my Twitch. You just click. It runs itself through, and hey, look, I'm logged in. So today's code, like I said, is APS139. Click this nice little contribute button. You type in your code, which we establish is that 139. It's gonna say, hey, 50 cents coupon code. What? And you're gonna hit contribute. And it's gonna say your contribution has been added. Make sure it says that, so it has been added. And now look at there, 40.50. They also, if you look here, we do have ourselves some sponsor quests onto the right side. GameStop, a great sponsor of today's event, as well as 24 Hour Fitness. And you can go through there and do the little rewards. So if you retweet 24 Hour Fitness, you get 20 cents added to the prize pool. Or retweet whatever they have there. So definitely make sure you guys use that, as well as GameStop. You like their page, retweet, all of that good stuff. We'll add. Then they have some Twitter quests with the Apprentice, as well as Alpha X, OSE Elite, and OSE Esports, as well as some YouTube stuff, Base Tray TV and Wardy, all of that. So that can all add to the prize pool here of the events. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Oh, I think they set up. Anyways, yeah, and if you guys want to add any of your own, you can make a direct contribution there. So very easy to set up. So make sure you guys do that and help going in. It looks like you guys are using those codes to make sure. I just want to say thank you, first of all, for doing that. There we go. So let's go ahead and get into the next game here. Alrighty, so game number 1 gonna be on Nightshade here for these two players. Good. I'm excited to see. It's going to be a PVZ. So we'll see how things kind of end up playing out here. There we go. Alrighty, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, without further ado, here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the Protoss player. In yellow, it is Exo Striker. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the Blue Zerg player known as Firefox. Right, so game number 1 here between these two players. Both people looking to do some really good work and to put on a spectacular show. Now, this is the losers bracket, so both players are on the edge of losing out of this tournament. But one of these players will move on to the next round to potentially go to the grand finals. And who will it be? See, so far for Exo Striker, just a single gateway coming out, going across the map with that single probe. Wants to, you know, try to throw a couple of drones off of their working. Spike pool on the way, as well as that expansion down for Firefox. So looks like it was a hatch first play. So it'd be more than okay to actually, expand, do what he wants here. We do see Exo Striker himself going to be expanding behind this Cybernetics Core follow-up, and overall looking pretty good here. Gonna take a second gas. The question becomes, does Exo Striker want to go for the does he go for the Stargate play? Does he want to go into Robo? Twilight Council play. This map's really good for blink. Blink in right here, you can blink in over here, and there's just lots of opportunities, and even like up here for the natural. See, it looks like it is going to be the Stargate plate coming out. Able to go into some oracles. Now, the next question becomes with that, so do we see him go into multiple oracles? It's definitely been a style that has been getting more popular lately, of going into like 3 to 5 oracles, and then behind that, like massing up into zealots or archons or whatever. We seen yesterday a lot of zealot, or excuse me, disruptor plays. But Adept gonna go into the main. I don't think he cancels it. Or taking some free damage there. We'll be able to get a creep tumor. This is nice. Just gonna cancel it out, and I think that's a good play. I mean, you don't want to lose your Adept for nothing. Speed is now done though here for Firefox, so he can go across with some lings if he does want to try to do some counterplay, get aggressive. But on a map like this, where the ramp and the base to the actual natural is just so tight, you definitely don't usually want to do that, right? So he's gonna get in just in time. There's gonna be a couple lings try to pressure this, but with the Adept, with the Stalker, gonna be more than fine. Not gonna take any damage. Alrighty, so first Oracle is out. There is going to be a second Oracle on the way. Also the Phoenix play, so gonna have some good advantage with these Overlords, as well as, potentially get some drone kills. I like it once, just because, you can use that Phoenix to lift up any nasty queens that are trying to attack your your Oracles. Let's see. Second Oracle out, and it looks like he's going to go transition into the Twilight Council and the robotics facility. Adding on a bunch of gateways. 4 gateways are being added on, so we'll be able to start ramping that up. He has to be careful though. He's losing One of those oracles are very close to losing it anyways. Go ahead and back out. Overlord for Firefox will come in, but the Phoenix going to be able to meet it up. Gets a really good scan though, sees everything that it needs to. Templar Archives on the way as well. Should be some kind of like Archon Adept or like Archon Zealot, if anything. I'm going to go ahead and shade out. Does he finish it? Yes, he does. Ling's right on top of it though. Going to be able to kind of wrap around this. Trying to take a third base. Has to be careful. Looks like he will. So there goes the War Prism. Roach is going to be on the way for Firefox though, as he is starting to build up. Pretty good economy behind this. He's at 49 workers. He's getting into, you know, a whole bunch of roaches. He's already at 10. He's got 5 more on the way. He's got roach speed coming through. Don't think he has +1. He doesn't have an Evo chamber, so it's just going to be a speed roach timing. No +1, no nothing, and already see the double Archon drop coming through. Try to put some pressure on now. There are a good amount of queens, and there is a Spore Crawler here. There's a chance he could kind of shut this down, but has to be very, very careful with this. We'll be able to scout that there are roaches out and be able to make accommodations for that. We already see probes and stuff coming across the map. There is a Phoenix to be able to take care of that, but really this attack is going to be a distractor. Maybe pick up a couple of units here and there. In the main, we do have a single Zealot coming through. Looks like he had a couple there. He had one more. Able to get 7 kills though with the Archons, with the Zealots, really just trying to put Firefox in his place, pushing him back and forth between the two bases. And yeah, I mean, Exo Striker even has vision of the army here, of Firefox, as he starts making it across the map. Gonna recall, actually. Really interesting that he's recalling that, but maybe he feels necessary to, as he does see this attack coming across the map. Firefox building up a bunch of Ravengers. He's got Lings, he's got Roaches as well. Looking very, very good. That's a lot of Ravengers. More Ravengers getting morphed in here. There's only a few Zealots and a couple of Archons with this. Does have a couple of Immortals, which is nice, and a Sentry, but there's not a lot of Sentry energy here. The Link's going to come wrapping in here. A couple of more Corrosive Biles will come in here. Going to pick up and land on a few of these Archons. Even with the War Prism Micro, looking like he's going to have some trouble here. And Exo Striker definitely having to back up at this point. These Ravengers are able to take care of the Immortals. The Archons trying to juggle back here. But there's just too much here for Exo Striker to handle. Does have a couple of Oracles going to try to help out with this. But with the more Links coming across, with the more Ravengers and Roaches, this just does not look good for Exo Striker. He will possibly lose this third base, but wow. Able to hold on just barely. Loses both of his pylons and stuff, which sucks, but was able to manage to hold on. And now behind this, Firefox going to be adding on more Roaches. He's got more Lings coming through, trying to get his creep spread across even further. But this gives time for Exo Striker. He's got Storm on the way. He's got 4 High Templar warping at a time and making more Archons. Got +2 on the way. He is just starting to tech up now, and this is when it gets really scary for a Berserk player to have to play against a Protoss. Things calming down. Looks like the Lings and stuff will go ahead and return home for the time being, but we'll go eventually into like a little bit of a run by. There's a 4th base on the way for Exo Striker, so he's going to look to try to cancel that possibly behind this. I mean, I would love to see Firefox go into a little bit more expansion, start building up that larva count, because you look at the worker count right now, 71 workers to 57 here. Storm is done, and Exo Striker starting to pull ahead. He has the economy to back up his units. He's not floating like a heavy amount, but he has enough that if he needs to build a couple more, he can. These Roaches, though, are going to start getting into the natural. Going to go straight towards the main. And, you know, he think he doesn't have recall available right now. Ling's in the third base. At the same time, trying to attack across the map. Beautiful Storm's going to go off on a lot of the army here. 18 workers have gone down. Does get cleaned up in the natural. The main. The third base will go down here for Exo Striker, but this is where his focus is. This is where he wants his money to go. And he is just going to continue to push into this. If he loses a couple, that's not bad. He's still ahead altogether. And here comes the return of the Lings. Going to try to go for a little bit of a wraparound, but with additional weapons here of those Zealots. And this just not looking good right now. We see Firefox trying to get a nice surround on this. The Corrosive Biles are making some good landings, but the War Prism Micro just a little too much here, and I think Firefox up against the wall. He's going to have to retreat up into the main. This gives an opportunity here for that third base or for the natural to go down. Firefox macro in as hard as he can, going into as many roaches as he can. 10 roaches on the way. Does land a couple of good Corrosive Biles onto those Archons and is able to knock them down. And all he has is a few Lings and a few Zealots and a couple of Immortals, but those Immortals deal so much damage. And now the Oracle's coming in here with the Phoenix. Just battles going on everywhere here. In the first map goes to Exo Striker. Just craziness all together. So GG's. Wow. Just insane. Alright. Game number 2, where will we see it go? Firefox was looking pretty good, but just was not able to finish it out. And we see Exo Striker overcoming and overwhelming there. Let's see. Alright. Game number 2. I'm excited for, man. If it continues to be like this, games have just... it's been so good. So right now waiting for game number 2 here to see where we kind of go from here. I don't know, I'm trying to think, you know, if I'm Firefox, you know, do I want a shorter map so I can reinforce a little bit better, maybe go a little bit more aggressive? Or do I want to sit back, say, you know what, maybe just keep kind of playing how I was? Guys, we're gonna take just a quick break while we wait for game number 2 to load up here. I just gotta grab something real quick, and then when we come back in, we should be ready. So it should be just like a 30-second, minute long break. Like I said, we'll be right back for game number 2. We're waiting for them to get the lobby and stuff, but
Nuclear missile ready.
Alright guys, sorry about that. I totally forgot it was a best of one in losers bracket. That's my fault. We are going to go ahead and jump back over to the NA and see where we're standing. Looks like Guitar Cheese and Narog Fire are going to be playing there. See if it's started yet or not. I think it has, so we will probably try to get into Wooded Microbe and Justice if they are not going. It looks like they are playing as well, so it might be just a moment here. We'll jump into the Guitar Cheese one if possible. See where they're at here. We're loaded up. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's just started out for them. We will go ahead, bring that onto screen so we can see what's going on. We'll let them do the casting for game number 1 there, and we'll see if we can get into game number 2, possibly with that, or we'll go down to the bottom once that gets situated out. So, go ahead and set this up here. Screen. Let's see, what's it at? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over, guys. Like I said, we'll be back with game number 2 here.
Perhaps it will be Blink again. It looks very similar to the last time he played on this map so far. We are going to see the factory. No add-on just yet from the... there we go. Reactor. Probe is running away. Reaper is looking for an opening, but okay. That was really cute. Threatening to jump into the main if the shade completed. Those are little tricks. With the Stalker here, though, he's going to kill the Reaper. It does see the TC, so he can infer that Blink is on the way. There's no second and third gateway just yet, so it's not gonna quite line up for warp, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, we do see the mine drop underway for Guitar Cheese. Gonna provide a lot of scouting information as well as the I think what reality would call a skill check. Are you paying attention this game? Do you have good minimap awareness? Adept Scout is going to see that there are mines. He does in fact complete that. And it will die, but it's full confirmation. Gonna have the 3 mine drop going out now. Probably gonna fly in from some obscure angle. We do see the spotter pylon again, as well as the 3rd and another spotter pylon. Really good coverage of vision from Narog Fire to see this medevac from this whatever angle Guitar Cheese picks. Stalkers are moving to intercept, and the medevac is actually going to just dive past it. Drops 2 mines, 3 mines. All of them have burrowed, except the last, which is now heading towards the natural, but it will also be picked off. The mines are running, but I don't think there's any escape here. Stalkers do have Blink, and will cut it off. off with its head. Alrighty. Double Forge going down now, and the third has completed. Meanwhile, Guitar Cheese is going to take his own third, and this is a lot faster than the Wooded Micro third previously. Gonna start 3 barracks and 4 barracks, bringing him up to 5 racks as he gets his moves his starport. The Raven is quite injured from this initial blink into the main. His tank is also gonna go down. And this is probably not the game state Guitar Cheese was looking for quite. No! Well, he loses his Raven as well. His bio is gonna have to get online in order to, or like the actual Rax production, in order to really establish his third. There's not a lot of stalkers, but there's enough stalkers is really what it comes down to. These 6 stalkers are being quite a nuisance, and he considered sieging the tank for a moment, but I think he saw the movement of the stalkers and decided to back it up a hair, so as to not get blinked on. Nice, picking off the observer, the scan and marines. He's gonna deny the ability to jump into the main for Arog Fire. Now he's going to establish his third with a healthy Bioforce here. He's definitely can secure this. I'm just uncertain about repair. Oh no, Zealot Run By. Okay, Zealot Run By has been dealt with, losing SCVs, running the SCVs. Really good timing on the Zealot Run By to make this really annoying to have to establish the third. And healthy charge slot count, my goodness. Warp Prism is almost out, and 2-2 is starting for the Protoss. I'm gonna say that he's in a good position aside from not having AoE of some sort. I don't really know what AoE he would like. Last time he played here, he went for Storm as his first AoE choice, and then he went into Colossi and then Disruptors. So he has some familiarity or comfort with all forms of AoE, but he may favor there's the Templar Archives going down now. And I think this is delayed because he feels like there's no impending doom that is coming his way that he needs AoE super fast. These charge lots are doing some work. I think there's a... yeah, okay. Oh, there's the Warp Prism, causing all sorts of havoc at the natural, at the main, and the Stalkers also pressuring the third. Guitar Cheese is having to fight on all fronts, and the Warp Prism is just going to tuck itself behind the main, I think. Did it die? I guess so. No? Was it recalled? Yeah, I guess it was recalled. Okay. With the recall, there's no more pin for Arog Fire, so Guitar Cheese is going to seize his window of opportunity, pushing into the natural, or pushing up the ramp to the natural. He's going to focus down the Robo, but doesn't quite get it as he has to pull back. His tanks are siege, but his bio is disconjointed, and this is not looking so good. Storm is not done yet, but this is cleaned up all the same with a healthy charge lock count. It does almost all die, but so does all the bio, so it's fine. Charge lots don't cost gas, whereas tanks and marauders do. So I think Aragfire is quite happy with this initial 2 trades. Guardian Shield does go up, and the Storm is online, blanketing the entire Bioforce. Guitar Cheese is in a world of trouble. Circling to the third, Aragfire is looking for another point of attack. Bio is trying to stifle the reinforcements, but
Alrighty, guys. I apologize. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the next series here. We will keep an eye on the rest of it. It does look like Aragfire might be taking game number 1 in that series. Go ahead and get into the losers bracket. See who will potentially face the winner of the series. So we will go through that. So appreciate you guys' patience and everything as we're waiting to get things set up. So Justice Simon versus Exo Semi. Losers of that stream that we were just watching will be going towards the winner of this series. So should be really good. While we are getting that set up, I do want to give you another kind of brief kind of sponsor shout out here for one of the sponsors of today's events. We kind of talked about it for a minute. 24 Hour Fitness is a really good place. I have over 200 locations around the world, adding more. Seems like every day. At least around here, it seems like there's a new one being added all the time. As the name implies, they are 24 hours, so you can definitely make sure that if any time of the day or night you can get your swole on. Offer so many different types of classes. A lot of them have pools, they have yoga, they have all of the things that you need to get yourself into fit condition, make yourself feel good. So make sure if you have one in your area, check it out today. Get yourself signed up. It's a new year, new you. Self going. So, with that being said, we are going to get into the Justice Simon and the Exo Striker matchup. Should be good. I haven't got to see Justice Simon play yet today, but looks like he is doing himself pretty well. Exo Striker has been showing some really good plays, but we'll see if he can keep that up. Continue going on. So, so right now, just waiting for them to finish up all of their good stuff here. Keep an eye on it. So go ahead. And just like ba-ba-ba. You can kind of see what's going on as we sit here and wait for the first. Okay. Okay, looks like they want me to host for him. But it does look like Aragfire are going to take game number 1 there in that winners bracket series. Okay, central server. Yeah. Get out of that one. see me first. Okay. Get my central. Okay. And first map, Simulacrum. All right. Ah. All right. Let's go ahead and add our players in, and we will get ourselves into game number 1. Let's see. Cool. Try again here. Get him into the game. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go. Alright, so game number 1 going to be on Simulacrum. It's going to be a PvP. Should be interesting, especially if it's anything like it was last night. Man, it was insane. If you guys didn't watch that, it was the Risen Open Bracket Tournament. We had some Alpha X members playing it, and a lot of the PvPs, man, was like Disruptor shot heaven. It was nice, man. That's about the only thing as good as like bailing hits and ZVZ is like Disruptor shot. It's insane. Some really good games there, so make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. But we are going to go ahead and get loaded into game number 1 here, and let's see who is going to move on to potentially the grand finals. Let's get into it. Alright. Without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss, Justice Simon. And in the bottom right, in the yellow, he's playing Protoss as well. Give it up, it is Exo Striker. Alright. Gateway going to be coming down here for our red Protoss, doing the same thing on the other side. And you know, we talk about this a lot as, you know, early game PvP, it looks very similar unless somebody is going super cheeky. It's always an interesting feat. So we will see what these players do want to go for. So far, it's just going to be the standard double gateway opening into the Cybernetics core follow-up. Now, it's going to depend. Do they want to go into the Stalker style play? Maybe go into some expansions, going into like the Sentry Stalker opening, maybe even some double Adepts. We'll just have to wait and see. Both players are going around and trying to scout out, but it does look like Justice Simon going to play the cheeky play here and going to proxy a pylon down at the bottom. Could be set up for some Stargate play. Should be really nice. Alrighty, so Exo Striker gonna get a pretty good view of what's going on here. Really just trying to wait to see what his opponent's going for. Both players going into the Adept opening. We actually see them both proxying each other, but looks like the Stargate going to be quicker here for Justice Simon. Going to follow it up on the other side with the robotics facility. Some proxy action, man. It's always a good time in PvP when both players proxy. I mean, they're both being Protosses. We do see finally the Adepts coming out here on both sides. Now, Justice Simon doesn't see what's going on just yet. He is looking around for, you know, any kind of detection, any kind of unit that he can find. And actually gonna go straight to the proxies here. And we'll find this like automatically. Wow. The Adepts coming out here though from Exo Striker will be able to get a few kills here. A couple of the Adepts trying to come in to help with this. But oh no, Justice Simon's own Adept was attacking his pylon instead. We'll be able to finally clear it up, but 6 probes do go down. A couple more Adepts on the other side will have to end up recalling. Sees that it is going to be a 1-base play, but already the Phoenix on the way here. And second Phoenix already out here, so Exo Striker definitely looking to get aggressive. Shield battery coming down, and Justice Simon knows that there's some kind of aggression on the way. Gonna throw in a couple of stalkers here with Warp Gate being finished. The shield battery will help for a little bit, but against this much pressure, I don't know how well it's gonna do. One stalker gonna stay home for protection. We do have more Phoenix coming in, so it looks like it is going to be a Phoenix Adept style play coming out from Justice Simon, and we'll be able to kind of push it back for the time being here. But does he risk it by taking an expansion? Does he try to throw down maybe a couple of shield batteries down as well? We will find out. He does get a couple more stalkers out, still has those Adepts, and that third Phoenix will be joining in now. Second shield battery will be coming through, and it looks like the War Prism going to be here for Exo Striker to help kind of juggle this around. But with the shield batteries here and everything, I think Justice Simon might have a good shot of holding this off. We'll see here. There's a lot of damage being done with the Immortal, with those stalkers. The Phoenix trying to get in close to shut down some of this, to pick up some of those heavy hitting units, but it's not going to be enough. The Phoenix starting to fall short here. The stalkers though, with the help of the shield battery, is going to be able to get a little bit more damage done, but this War Prism is the dangerous thing. He is going to be able to take it out. Going to have to back up once again here and try to get back into the main, but there's still a lot of units here for Exo Striker. Gonna get straight into the middle of the base, gonna be able to shut down a lot of this production if he chooses to. The probes having to be pulled here for Justice Simon, trying to get a wraparound on these, but he's just gonna eliminate everything, and Justice Simon falling below that 30 supply mark. He's only got a couple of workers. Well, he's still got 21 because he's still not losing a lot of the workers. He's losing mainly everything else. Go. Looks like this might actually get cleaned up. What? What? Como te amas? What? GG's though, yeah. That second wave gonna allow him to overcome it, and GG's. Blade. Game number 1 gonna be done there. Pretty short and simple. Cut. Phone's like spazzing out here. Okay, it's game number. Oh yeah, number 2 going to be on. I think they might be switching it over. Sorry guys, my game was wanting to crash there. Alright, so game number 2 is going to be... Alrighty, so game number 2. So game number 2 is going to be on Pimaron. This assignment looking pretty good so far, but Exo Striker definitely showing that heavy duty all in kind of style play can definitely make things work. So we'll see here in game number 2 what ends up happening. Looks like Exo Striker just needing a minute before we get into game number 2. So we'll wait for him and then we will jump right into it. Should be good. Okay. Justice is good. Alrighty, countdown begin. Game number 2. I'd like to know, who do you guys think will move on? Let's see. Like Guitar Cheese and them still playing, so into a game 3 behind that. That'd be really nice to see. Find out who will be playing the winner of this series whenever we get into the next one here. Alright guys, let's jump into it. Game number 1. Nice. Without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the blue Protoss. It is Justice Simon. And in the bottom, right in the yellow, currently up 1-0. It's Justice Simon, or excuse me, Exo Striker. Alrighty, so gateways coming down here for both sides. Time next, we're going to be follow up here. Now, game number 2, do we see Exo Striker play aggressive again with that kind of, I guess you could essentially call it an all-in. Since there wasn't really a follow-up to it. I mean, he just would continue to send more and more units. Potentially could throw down an expansion, but in PvP it's one of these weird situations of you're not necessarily looking to out-expand your opponent. You just kind of take it whenever there's an opportune time and you're not going to die to something crazy. Do you see Exo Striker going up, going to proxy a pylon once more? And I would love to see, does he go for the robotics facility yet again? Does he change it up and maybe go for his own kind of Stargate play from here? And what will we see happen from there? It is going to be double stalkers coming out from Justice Simon as well, so he is looking to get aggressive himself. And we'll see, does he go into the Twilight Twilight Council kind of style play. What have you? Robotics Facility. Going to be coming out as well. And it is going to be that Robotics Facility. Alrighty, double adepts going to be coming across the map here for Exo Striker. Looking to put on some pressure again. Now, seeing these double adepts, does Justice Simon automatically feel, okay, there's got to be another kind of proxy going somewhere, and if so, what it is? It's going to be a Robotics Facility and a Gateway. The adept's going to go shade right into the main. We'll be able to pick off a few kills here. Looking to get a third one as well. And does get 4 kills altogether, but it is going to be multiple stalkers coming out here from Justice Simon, looking to go start going across the map potentially here, or at least waiting for a moment before he does. Warp Gate finished up. You see some stalkers and a sentry coming out from Exo Striker, so it looks like it is going to be that same build coming out here for Exo Striker, waiting to get the adept, or excuse me, the Immortal, and then he has that Warp Prism on the way. Now, this time, Justice Simon does have quite a bit of stalkers, so he is going to be a little bit more prepared against this. He has the Observer, and he's trying to look around, but I don't know. I think, well, he will eventually see this. He will see that there is a big influx coming, and that should give him a little bit more prepared, right? Gonna see an Immortal automatically being chronoed out here. Some additional stalkers trying to get warped in, a sentry to help out as well, and he should be okay. But oh no, he's going straight into the main. He won't see this coming. He thinks it's coming down to the front. Justice Simon in a lot of trouble right now if he does not come in here automatically. Gonna start seeing Exo Striker going straight to the main. Gonna shut down. Oh, he shuts down the Immortal. Oh no, it's almost done. Force fields coming out on both sides, and the stalkers trying to get on top of it. The probes were automatically pulled to deal with this, but the the Warp Prism gonna be able to back up, and Justice Simon holds on for the moment but loses most of his workers. He will eventually get that Immortal out. Exo Striker with a smart play. Now he has 2 Immortals. He's got more stalkers coming in. He does have that sentry warping in once again. This time, the Observer going to be right on top of it to see where it goes. And both players smackering it out. GG. And Justice Simon this time going to take the victory. We'll see him go to Game 3 here. Play once again to see who's going to... GG's. Game number 3 is going to be on Shade. Nightshade. Increte with mud. It's always kind of interesting trying to like discuss at the same time. It does look like the guitar cheese and the it does look like okay. It does look like in the Guitar Cheese and the Arcfire game, it is going to be it's 1-1 currently. They are playing on Eternal Empire, and it looks fairly even at the moment. Arcfire going for the Oracle style play. See Guitar. Kind of his signature like Ling style play. See how that transitions into this. Looks like both player. Okay, Exo Striker needing just a moment. Good to go. So it should be just a moment here, and then, like I said, we'll get into game number 2 here, or excuse me, game 3. And then the winner of this will play either Fire or Guitar Cheese in the losers final, and then the winner of that will go on to the grand finals to play the winner of the series. Okay, looks like they're ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. Go into game number 3 and let's see who wins, man. Both of these players doing some kind of like great aggressive plays. See kind of what ends up happening there. Looks like we are loaded in, so let's get going. Without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss player. It is Justice Simon. And in the bottom right, in the yellow, it's the Protoss player, Exo Striker. So we'll see how things are going around. Again, it's a single gateway so far coming out. Both players are going to go into double assimilator openings. I would like to see, do they both go into the proxies once again this time? Or do they play a little bit safe? Justice Simon is going to go ahead, send a probe across the map. Looks like he will try to proxy something here. Exo Striker just going straight across this time. No proxies yet for him. But he is going to try to scout and see what his opponent is doing. And go from there. He is going to send out a probe finally up towards the top. But I like this. It's going to be a straight proxy right next to the base of Exo Striker. And I believe it's going to be Stargate play this time. Just have a feeling it's going to be a Stargate play from Justice Simon. Exo Striker coming through. Going to see the timing of everything. And it's like, where's your second pylon at, bruh? It's not here yet. You got something proxied somewhere? You cheeky. As he does take his own there. It's going to be double adepts from Exo Striker. On the other side, double adepts as well for Justice Simon. And right now, Exo Striker just trying to find out what exactly it is that his opponent is going to go for. And okay, so robotics facility once again from Justice Simon. Game number 2 or game number 1 all over again. It is going to be a Stargate play, but this time I think he goes for the Oracle play. I think if you're Justice Simon, you go for the Oracle instead of the Mass Phoenix style. Didn't really work out for you, and if you can lock down the drones or the probes, excuse me, to be okay. But shield battery gonna come down here, pylon as well, and yeah. Both players gonna kind of sit back and hang out here. Oh, doesn't get it. Alrighty, and it looks like this attack is getting ready to get into fruition. Gateway's coming through. Finally, the robotics facility starting to build up that immortal. Gateway's coming down. We will start seeing more and more of this army coming across. Going to be very heavy stalkers, maybe a sentry here. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely very scary, but here comes that Oracle. Gonna go straight into the main, actually going to just lock it down with a stasis ward. Shuts down the whole... Oh man, that's crucial. That's crucial. He doesn't have... Well, I mean, I guess he's already got what he needs, but still, it locks him down. He doesn't have anything else that he can really make. He can't make more stalkers behind this. It delays that push. Oh man, such a huge stasis ward. He's still alive. He's still going to be able to get some more damage done. He does have a good number of adepts. He still has some good stalkers. He's going to throw down some additional pylons, and he has those shield batteries to fall back on. and he even has a probe in the main to try to like kind of, or the natural to continue to hold on to this. He's gonna come in one more time with the Oracle. Besides, you know what, I can't really get anything done without Stalker there, and he will go ahead and go out. But here it comes. The Adept's gonna shake forward. We'll see that the army is there, and will back up for the time being here. He wants to play his game. He has to be careful though. This Warp Prism going to be very crucial to this engagement. Shield's going to go down. Force Field's going to block everything for the time being here. Doesn't have any anti-air to really stop that. The first production building of the gateways will go down. The second one very close to falling down as well. The Warp Prism going to pick up the sentries and move them to the back. Those are very crucial as well to this engagement. The Immortal getting low. Second sentry getting very low as well. Both the Adepts will fall. The Immortal, his fat butt cannot get past the force fields, and only a third of this army is attacking for Justice Simon. He is going to continue to try to put some pressure on, but he needs some time. He needs to get some more units out. He does finally have his own Warp Prism to be able to micro against this, but will it be enough? He's only sitting on one gateway to the 3 here of Exo Striker. Yeah, and he lost his Oracle, so this is all he has here. Trying to pick up whatever he can. Justice Simon starting to push back. Exo Striker picking up the sentries, picking up the Immortals, just trying to juggle this as best as he can. But now with the playing field a little bit even, he will be able to hold on, and Justice Simon going to be able to recharge his shields. The second Immortal is now out here, and he is looking to hold on strong. But this is the only other production building he has. He is going to be able to get that warp gate. So this is all that Justice Simon has. He doesn't have any more gateways out. Okay, he's got one in the back. He will be able to hold on for the time being. No. Oh, he loses the warp prism. Oh, it's Justice Simon, but I don't think he needed it anymore, or at least not as important. But he will be able to push this back for the time being. There are more units getting warped in at home here of this kind of a little weird proxy spot. And it looks like he is going to go in to do some more damage here. He wants to get on top of that. Immortal does end up getting it. Going to get right on top of everything. The Warp Prism trying to juggle this as best as possible. The Stalkers need to be focusing down this Warp Prism, but he isn't. He's just going to get the army itself. And it looks like Justice Simon might actually move on here. He will be able to get the Warp Prism, but barely survives. And Exo Striker going to GG Justice Simon. Going to move on to the finals to see who will end up taking in the losers final to the grand finals. So GG's. What a game, what a series there. And we once again see Justice Simon move on in spectacular fashion. Alrighty then. Okay, GG's. Let's get a look at the bracket here. So yeah, looks like Arc Fire going to be playing against Justice Simon here. The winner of that will play against Guitar Cheese. So we may see ourselves an Arc Fire rehash against Guitar Cheese, which will be interesting if that does happen. So we're going to take just a quick break, guys. And when we come back, we are going to get ourselves a losers final. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment.
Nuclear missile. Nuclear missile ready.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you again so much for hanging out. We are getting close to the end here. It is going to be game number 1 here on Triton between Justice Simon and Arog Fire. The winner of this, of course, will play against Guitar Cheese in the finals, the grand finals. So should be good, should be exciting. And we will get into it here and see who will do so. Now, Triton, the first map, and it is going to be another PvP, so it will be a PvZ final, to say the least. We will see who ends up going overall on this. We've seen, in the previous series, at least, Justice Simon likes those kind of one-base plays, and it might be more so of, like, playing the player than just playing the race. He knows Extra Striker likes to throw those kind of crazy wonky builds out. So maybe that's why he was playing that way, and maybe against Arog Fire he does something different. But we'll see here as we do get loaded into the first map. So hope you guys are ready. You guys are excited. And we'll see exactly kind of what ends up happening here. We get into game number 1. Like a game number 1. Alright. Without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss Arog Fire. And in the top left, we have the blue Protoss. It is Justice Simon. So we'll see what ends up happening all together. So far, gateways are going to be coming down here for both sides. And we'll see here. Again, I haven't seen Arog Fire. Well, I've seen Arog Fire play a few times, but I don't remember. I think he does like to go into more of the Disruptor style, if I remember correctly. And we'll look. And Justice Simon, definitely, he can play into the Stalker game. He likes to go into, like, Stargate kind of plays as well. So we'll see here, but it looks like, at least for the time being, Arog Fire will go into a proxy play. Justice Simon, though, already will find... He's going straight there. Like, he's like, no, this is my spot to proxy. And he will eventually just, like, find it. Like, he literally just clicked on it. Oh, my God. And Justice Simon will go ahead, move across the map here, knowing that there's some kind of proxy going on. And we'll see, what else it could be coming through. We'll give a good scout. We'll go ahead and return back home. Both the Stalkers going to make their way across. And we will see both players going into the Stalker and Robotics Facility style play. And I think that's going to be pretty good. You know, he wants to make sure that he has at least the units that his opponent does, and as long as he can kind of keep it off guard, he should be okay. We do see the Stalkers making their way across here for both people, trying to save the pylon. Save the pylon, save the world at this point here for Aragfire, and he will come. He will take care of the Pescaling probe. And eventually we'll see the Stalkers come into action here. The the Immortal is on the way for Aragfire, and trying to get on top of the single Stalker there. We'll get one Stalker. Second Stalker does go down, and now both of these players Stalker in and out, but it looks like they will go their separate ways here. And back up. Justice Simon gonna start chronoing out his own Immortal. And behind this, we will just see the Immortal Stalker push, a Sentry on the way, as well as a single Warp Gate, or excuse me, Warp Prism. Gonna make its way across the map, and you know, we saw this a lot in the previous series. It looks like it's going to continue into the trend here. Both players looking to get some high ground advantage here. The Immortal, though, gonna put a big bunker into the step here of Justice Simon. He gets his own Stalker, or excuse me, his own Immortal. Getting tongue-tied. And we'll start pushing into this now. He does have his Sentry out. He's got those Stalkers, and he should be able to push this back for the time being. But once that Warp Prism gets with this army, does make it a little bit more interesting. Loses one Stalker, but still more regaining behind this. There we go. The pylon at the bottom will allow him to see what's going on, and with the second Immortal coming out, I feel like Justice Simon overall will be alright. Does lose one probe to it, and he will lose that the single pylon. Will actually be supply blocked a little bit. Like, I mean, he has enough for one unit, basically, and he will lose, once again, this Warp Gate. And he'll throw in a couple of more depths with this army. This army does look pretty scary here for Aragfire, though. Ooh, gonna go for the shield battery as well. Beautiful place here from both sides, but now the Warp Prism is out for Justice Simon. Both players gonna kind of calamity where they're gonna be. 3 sentries though here for Justice Simon to the 1-2 now of Aragfire. Doesn't complete the shade. And he will go ahead and back up. So far, Aragfire trying to play it patient while still putting on a little bit of pressure. You see another gateway coming in for Justice Simon to help with this. But for the time being, he's only sitting at a couple of sentries, or excuse me, a couple of units here. And, oh man, gonna go straight across with the Immortals here to deal with this, and automatically dealing some good back and forth micro here, but I don't know if without those Immortals, if he's going to have enough. He will lose the single Warp Gate here, but the second one has already been made. He will lose the pylon to shut down the Cybernetics core, but over here he will be able to... Oh, he doesn't get it. One more hit. And it doesn't get it. The Immortals will come in to help. The Warp Prism going to try to help out with this on Justice Simon's side, but GG and Aragfire going to take game number 1 here. Series. Cut and dry there. GG's. The second map going to be on Ephemeron, but we see kind of the same style coming out here. We'll see for sure. Kind of worried about these series going a little long, but it looks like be all right here if they keep going this quick. Alrighty. Game number 2 on on Ephemeron here. Should be a good one. Excited to see it. Let's go ahead, jump into it, see who will come out on top. What they do here in the... God, calm down. Here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss. It is Arog Fire. And in the top left, in the blue Protoss, it's what's the Simon? Yeah. Oh. Alright, so game number 2, Justice Simon definitely needs to change something here before his tournament life gets eliminated. The question becomes, does he do some kind of proxy? We've seen he is able to do it, and you know, it's weird because he was given ample time of kind of what was coming, just was not able to overcome it, unfortunately. So we'll see here if in game number 2 he can change things up. We'll go ahead and move out with one of his probes. Potentially 2 proxy, but we do see at least Arog Fire coming across the scout. And yeah, I'm interested to see where it kind of goes. He's gonna go down here for a proxy, potentially a proxy Stargate. See Arog Fire coming in. See kind of vision he can get. Does basically scout everything out. Sees, you know, the timing of everything, the gas counts. Good. Cybernex core coming down, gateways as well. This is what's going to be the big play right here. What does he decide to go with? It's going to be double adepts, followed up by the Stargate play. So this is Simon going for his signature Stargate style. The other side, it's going to be Sentry and a Stalker. Could possibly go into an expansion behind this villain. You know, it's a bigger map. Maybe I don't have to worry so much. And so Simon gonna try to scout around and see if there's any proxies of his own. Has to worry about the double adepts. Will be shading out. Arog Fire will see exactly kind of what is there, and it will cancel it. Still that probe sitting at home in the dark. He's just giggling like with humor. He's like, they don't see me. Alright, so gonna be more stalkers coming out here from Arog Fire. Justice Simon gonna come in with the adepts. May finish the shade. I don't think he does, especially with it being like that. Does give him a little bit of space though, and on the other side it is going to be an Oracle opening. Now if he can continues to distract, continues to poke in at the front, we could see a good engagement here where he gets in with the Oracle. But oh, this, the Oracle gonna go right over the stalkers, gonna go straight in to the tickle beams, and doesn't get any damage done. Gets 1 kill, almost kills himself. 2 altogether, so I guess not terrible, but it was like more or less down here. Second Oracle is out. Doesn't look like he's going to go for a third one, but he is going to expand behind this. So already seeing a little bit more of a different game at this time. Both of the gateways going to go into Warp Gate tech. See them kind of start moving here. A couple more depths are going to shade in. They're at the bottom. Go ahead and continue to try to put some pressure on now. Don't think he'll get much done. There's already enough sentries out here. There's a couple stalkers and that immortal will be able to shut down any of this adept play, but we'll see kind of how things end up playing out here. Does actually get into the main. Will finish the shade here. Look to put on some pressure, but just gets instantly surrounded, and it will recall. But at the same time, we do see the Oracles coming in here from behind. Gonna start putting on the pressure. Gets about 5 kills, which is really nice. Loses one of the Oracles though, and it will get out with the other one. Stargate not going to be doing much, but this does give Justice Simon the opportunity to build up forces at home. He knows a counterattack is imminent, is getting ready to hold. can somehow hold on to this and continue on, he will put himself in a good position here. Locks down one stalker. The Oracle does barely get out. See finally this big push coming out here from Arog Fire. He's definitely in a good spot. His army count is higher than Justice Simon's, but we'll see if that really matters, especially with the all of this healing coming in from the shield batteries. Shield batteries are getting pretty low though. They're starting to warp out. More warping units are coming in here from Arog Fire as he is just starting to blink away and go crazy here with all of these stalkers, all of the sentries, trying to pull what little probes he has to defend with this, and all of this is going to fall. All of it's going to crumble. The blink is about 11 seconds away from finishing up, but I don't even know if blink is going to be able to save this. The Immortal sitting up top taunting, trying to say, you know what, bring it. I don't know if he's ready for it to be brought. Blink is now done, so he will have a little bit more micro potential with this, but just so much damage being done here and dealt with through this. Arog Fire pushing up the ramp. There's no more shield battery energy. He is just holding on with everything he has. 2 more shield batteries do pop in though, so that will force Arog Fire back across the map. The Oracle trying to deal some more damage. Does get 4 more kills, which is nice. Does end up falling though, and it looks like he is not done up here at all. Sentries will be able to kind of help out for the most part. Does get the natural, which is nice. We'll be able to get a second warp gate here and kind of shut this down, and so far he just has to play this patiently. Should be more than okay. Blinking back, does get another sentry force field off, kind of lock things down, and he will back up for the time being here. But Arog Fire in a pretty good spot right now. He does decide to return home, doesn't want to overextend it any. Yeah, looks good, man. Looks like Justice Simon does want to try to go back across the map, do a little bit more damage, but against everything that Arog Fire has, man, I just don't know. I know Justice Simon's like, man, I gotta get something done at this point, especially since Arog Fire is sitting on 2 bases that are basically fully saturated. I don't know. I don't think an Immortal and double sentries can match here. Well, the council is done, followed up by a forge here for Arog Fire, but it does look like Justice Simon ready to go across and attack. Oh no, Arog Fire is not at home. He's going across the base. Looks like he is just going to go straight into the main here with the blink. Does have the sentry shutting down both the production buildings. Going to shut down the ramp as well, and we will see. Looks like Arog Fire recalling home to deal with this. Oh, gets the Warp Prism. Had the Immortal in there. So GG will be called in. Arog Fire going to get his rematch here against Guitar Cheese in the grand finals. GG's. Played there. Yo, there we have it. GG's. All right, guys, we're gonna take another short break here, and when we come back, we are going to get ourselves the grand finals. It's a best of 5. It is going to be Guitar Cheese versus Arog Fire. You do not want to miss it, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a short moment.
Nuclear missile ready.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the grand finals. I know it's been a long one, guys. You guys have been amazing. I am ready to get it here into game number... It's 1, but because of how the bracket system's set, as it is with double eliminations, Guitar Cheese coming into it with a 1-0 victory. So even though it is game 1, it is like game 2, essentially. So should be good. I am excited. I hope you guys are as well. Enough of me stammering around. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's see who will take the victory here this series. All right, it's too late, guys, to turn back, to go home. It's too late to grab your popcorn, because now it is the grand finals here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. It is the red Protoss. Give it up. It is Arogfire. And in the top left, in the blue, he is the random player. Spawning in as Zerg, is Guitar Cheese. Oh, alright, so ZVP for game number 1, game 2, however you want to look at it. We're going to say game number 1 here, just for the non-confusion, as they are going to come in. We do see Arogfire going to go for a little bit of some drone snatching, as it is already going to be a 1 base rush coming out here from Guitar Cheese. He is not messing around. He says, you know what, I want to get across. I want to put some pressure on, make sure I make you move. Already see the double gateway coming around. We're going to see that Cybernetics core fly right out. There's still a little bit of a gap here, so I think he should be able to still get in right here. Yeah, I think he can still play in right there, but we will see how this ends up affecting behind it. It is going to be hatchery play coming out, and we will finally see that queen come in as well. So Arogfire, I think he necessarily knows. Okay, he does know that there is an expansion down. And he also knows that there is this aggression coming across the map. Won't be able to get in just yet, but we already see that stalker, or excuse me, the zealot trying to get in. Oh, he does. He gets the wraparound. Oh, the zealot. Oh, the poor zealot. He's going to fall down. The second zealot, his buddy, spawns in. Says, hey, get off of my friend. And he won't be able to kind of push us back. But these lings, they're just nasty little trolls. And they're just like, nana, over here. Come get me. And he's trying to defend. He's trying to save his brethren from being able to come out. But at the same time, he doesn't want to let them in because that is his one job. And he says, you know what, I got some relief duty now. Maybe I can come in. Go across. But it does look like Guitar Cheese is going to back off for the moment. His zealots, or excuse me, his Zergling's going to say, you know what, it's alright. Alright, we'll let you live this time. And return home already. Some more queens on the way in behind this. Just going to be some more lings. Does Guitar Cheese just go full on aggro here? Does he get a Bailing Nest behind this? We will find out. Okay, it does look like he is going to get a couple of drones. It does have speed on the way. The Adepts coming across. We'll go ahead and shade in the main automatic pool of the drones. Try to lock these in. We'll be able to pick off one and potentially the second one. There it goes. Alright, so far pretty good defense from Guitar Cheese, though he has lost 3 drones. Arogfire definitely losing more as far as value-wise so far, but it's still early in the game. We can definitely see it change pretty quickly, as we do see more lings making their way across the map. There's another Adept on the way behind this, the expansion up and running, getting ready to spawn in at least for Arogfire. Archie's behind this, just droning up, but he wants to keep that pressure. He still wants to keep that fear in Arog's life. Now, both players just got done playing each other in a best of 3, where Guitar Cheese won 2-1. So Arogfire definitely knows what it takes to beat Guitar Cheese, but in this matchup, when Guitar Cheese is very confident in the Zerg matchup, he seems to be very confident in Zerg and Terran. We haven't seen him play Protoss yet, so we don't know how that is, but definitely kind of knows what he wants to do here, and we will see exactly what that is. Hatchery does come down for third base. Overlord comes through and will scout off. That is going to be Stargate follow-up here for Arogfire. Just really good scouting so far. Arcfire going to go across with that Oracle. Already, though, there's Queen, there's Spore Crawlers, everything needed to defend, so shouldn't get more than maybe 1 or 2 kills here, unless he does something stupid. Roach Warden coming through as well. See them continue to push on over. Back. Second Oracle on the way. And we did see this previously here, Arcfire going into like the 3 Oracle kind of opening. Just being super aggressive and then transitioning into more of like a ground-based army. So we'll see how that ends up coming out here. Does get the Queen. The Queen actually going way off creep here. Don't know if she realized it or not, but her creep didn't go that far. Got a little ahead of herself. Hatchery about finished up. Could have actually got in there and got a couple of kills, but it's alright. He's just going to come up here to the main. Trying to put some pressure on. Now on the other side here, just going to be a single Zealot. Ends up dying. Third base going to be taken there pretty easily. And we'll see here what ends up going on here for Guitar Cheese. Sorry about that. So, got Arcfire going into the War Prism play. We'll be able to go into the natural. Looking to put on some more pressure here, and we'll see if he can actually do that. But it's going to be roaches coming out here from Guitar Cheese. There we have it. Going to have some more Warpins here. Arcfire looking to continue to put the pressure up. And we will see if that will continue to have any damage, anything else going on for it. Big attack though here coming into the natural. We'll be able to start getting on top of everything. Gonna shut down the production here of everything. And Arcfire in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, there's just nothing here for Arcfire. Guitar Cheese on top of everything. The Queen's coming across the map, helping deal damage. The charge lot's not going to be able to get much done. There is some attacking going on with the Archons across the map, but the infrastructure here of Arcfire is falling apart. There's just too many Queens, too many Ravengers here, and I just don't know if Arcfire can overcome this. GG will be called. And Guitar Cheese going to take it, so he is 1 map away from winning here. Alrighty guys, that was game number 2. Good stuff, man. Alrighty. So we're gonna make it over to the EU side for the next match. See if that does come around. Need to take just a quick break here, guys. I just gotta do something, so it'll be like 30 seconds while we get switched over, and we'll get into the next one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Nuclear missile ready.
Sorry about that. So game number 3 coming in. It's going to be on Triton. Should be a good one here. Guitar Cheese just one game away from winning. And you know what? If he can manage to win, should be a good day for him. He's been playing on fire all day. I think he's only lost one map. If we look, pull up the bracket actually. Pull up the bracket. Yeah, he's lost like one match this whole series, whole tournament long. And real quick, before we jump into the game, I just want to give a big shout out to the second sponsor of today's event. That of course is GameStop. They've definitely been bringing the heat and bringing the money here, as they've been supporting Alpha X tournaments just like crazy for a while now. They have so many good deals. You can do trade-in, you can do buying, selling. They sell computer stuff now, which is really cool. It was kind of a big surprise for me. You can actually buy PCs through them as well, and they are helping support today's thing. So if you're needing something from them, whether it be some kind of toy or anything like that, make sure you guys do check them out at GameStop.com. All of that. So thank you again, GameStop, for the support. Make sure you guys use their sponsor quests in the Matcherino page to help continue funding this. Now, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the next game here as it has started. Let's get into it. All right. Without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss. It is Arcfire. And in the bottom right, in the blue, spawning in as a Protoss as well. Give it up. It is Guitar Cheese. Alrighty, so double gateway opening here for both sides. Pretty standard stuff. Do see that cybernetics core coming down now. Arcfire just getting done with a PvP. Should be kind of prepared for it. We will see him kind of sitting back and throwing the pylon down though. I know Guitar Cheese lost a single game, and I don't know if it was a PvP that he lost, since it was against Arcfire. Arcfire has been the only one to bring a loss here to Guitar Cheese, so let's see if he can somehow do that. Maybe rally himself back. All of that. So gateways finish up. Cybernetics core going to finish up as well. And we do finally see those two stalkers coming in. Robotics facility going to be the choice here for Arcfire. We'll see, you know, what Guitar Cheese does want to do behind this. Now, he has the potential to get aggressive with the double stalker opening. Could go into some kind of immortal play. Twilight Council play. This map is definitely very good for Blink. So maybe some kind of Twilight Council Blink play. Guitar Cheese, though, will go ahead and start moving out with the stalkers. Wants to make sure that there's no proxy coming his way, even though we both know it, of course, is across the map. Guitar Cheese, probably watching Arcfire's previous play against Justice Simon, will know, okay, he likes to do these kind of proxies every game. Let's make sure we shut him down good. So we will see how he kind of ends up playing out from this. Now, he still has yet to actually find this, and Arcfire defending pretty well, but with more and more stalkers coming out for Guitar Cheese, he is looking to potentially get some aggression coming out from this. Now, Robotics Facility is on the way for Guitar Cheese, as well as he already has a sentry out, and he is ready for an attack. Following up for Arcfire is going to be that Warp Prism, but looks like Guitar Cheese is going to go ahead into the natural and potentially into the main, force Arcfire back if he can. Will we see that recall though? But it doesn't look like it. It looks like Arcfire just going to go ahead and go to the natural himself as an expansion trying to be taken here. And we will see the recall actually coming out from Guitar Cheese. Okay. So Sentry gonna come in here. A couple of Hallucinated Zealot's trying to help out here. Push this back, but looks like that's not going to be enough. Stalkers, though, will be able to start kind of pushing in on this. The War Prism, though, microing out as best as it can here. And, oh, try to get right on top of it. He knows he needs to shut it down, but GG and our Arcfire will take the game. We'll make it 2-1 here, so he is trying to bring it back. Here we go. All right, so game number 4 coming up here very shortly. So trying to decide if they're switching back to NA or EU. It looks like they're going to stay on EU for one more and then switch back over. So our Arcfire looking to tie things up here in game number 4. Again, Guitar Cheese just needs to win one more. As long as he doesn't get protons, I think he's good. I think he's good. So Simulacrum going to be the next map. Now, if Guitar Cheese gets his main race, I don't know if our Arcfire can beat it. Guitar Cheese just looks so solid. The only thing that hasn't looked very solid was his Protoss, man. His Protoss definitely feels like it's his weakest race, or at least in PvP, at least. PvP in itself is really weird. Go ahead, jump in. Game number 4 here. See what ends up happening. Let's hear it in the chat. Who are you cheering for? Do you think Guitar Cheese will win it? I think our Arcfire is going to be the victor. Support. I know they're both Alpha X members, so winners. But we will see who is the most winnable. Oh god. Here we go. Game number 2 or 4 or 5, whatever game this is. Let's get into it, guys. Oh yes. Without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, it's the red Protoss. It is our Arcfire. Then the top left in the blue, it's the blue Protoss. It's Guitar Cheese. It's another PvP for the ages. Is this where our Arcfire ties things up, man? Does he tie it up? And if so, we'll see what he ends up doing. The side is going to be kind of the standard way. I would like to see our Arcfire go maybe into another proxy. Seems to do really well for him. Alright, so second gateway will be coming down for both sides. And again, you know, I'm interested. It looks like we are going to have ourselves another proxy coming out here from our Arcfire, so potentially a quick game coming through here. But, go. I don't know, does he proxy the... It seems like on this map he likes to go for the proxy Immortal. I think that's probably what his best strat is, especially against Guitar Cheese, who isn't like a main Protoss player. Even though he was kind of going for the same thing at his base. I don't know. But it's also kind of like, if he would have just backed up for a little bit with the Stalkers, didn't fully commit with them to get the War Prism, how that would have went, right? So... But, you know, one of the things warping in as a random player, especially, you know, for Guitar Cheese, where this is kind of his weakest race right now, is you're putting it on the line. You're kind of playing yourself, because you can either get a race you're really good at, or the one that you're weak against. And you could lose it because you get your weakest race 3 times in a row, you know, which we don't hope happens, but you know, it's always a possibility. See how things kind of end up playing over here. Do see Guitar Cheese trying to find any proxies that are across the map or just kind of in his vicinal section, however you want to say it. Gonna take an expansion as well, and this is really bad right now for Guitar Cheese. If you're playing against a player like Arog Fire, you do not want to do this. So alright, Guitar Cheese gonna throw out a couple of more stalkers. He has toned down an expansion and also some more pylons. He's got a shield battery as well. But Arog Fire ready for a big attack, and Guitar Cheese might be putting himself in some bad situations here. He will finally see it is going to be all this. Cancels it immediately, but we'll lose both of the pylons. And this is not looking good right now here for Guitar Cheese. He's going to be supply blocked. There's only got a handful of stalkers. Some adepts are returning home to help with this, but he just does not have anything right now. He's just now on supply block, but getting ready to get supply blocked yet again. He does have an Oracle out that which could help, but against this many stalkers, this is not looking good at all. Across the map, he is putting on a little bit of pressure with that Oracle. The second Oracle just now popping out. But yeah, this is just not good. Guitar Cheese losing everything out. GG, and like that, Arog Fire taking a 4th map here and tying things up 2-2. Means we're going to our ace match here. Man. Hey, Vindicta, thank you for the raid there. Welcome, everybody. Sit myself here. Alright, so back to NA. We'll go ahead and see who will be the ultimate victor. Both these players playing it out. They both are guaranteed money at this point. We'll see, though, who will be the ultimate overtaker. So there we go. What will be the final map of tonight? Find out here. Guitar Cheese inviting me to the party. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of discussion going on about the build. So game number 4. Eternal Empire going to be the next map. So, man, what a series. Both of them talking about that build, saying how strong it is. Beating out a lot of players. Look at this. See, I'll message him when I get in there. All right, guys, here we go. Last game of the series. It's going to be Arog Fire versus Guitar Cheese. Let's find out who takes the victory. Boom. Alright, guys. Alright. Okay, without further ado here, in the top left, or excuse me, bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in as the Terran. Give it up, it is Guitar Cheese. And in the top right, in the blue, bringing it back to an even game, can he overtake the Cheese and take it all? Give it up, it is Arog Fire. Alright, so, perks coming down here. It is going to be a refinery opening for Guitar Cheese on the other side. Arog Fire just going for a standard gateway, this time a little bit different. He does know that it is a TVP, so definitely has that option available. Happening here in this series. We'll overcome together. There's going to be an expansion coming out from Arog Fire. He's going to send across the probe. Deal some damage just to kind of scout and potentially throw down a proxy. Always a good time here with Arog Fire. Cybernetics Core going to be the follow-up here. Second Gas will follow that as suit. And the expansion for Guitar Cheese will be coming out. Now, Eric's got a Reaper. Pretty standard stuff from both sides. And we do see that nifty proxy pylon that Arog Fire is so famous for. It down there. Now, the Reaper going to make his way across the map. Does scout this? Doesn't scout it. There's no way he scouts it. No, he's just going to go straight across. He's going up and around. You know what? He's like, I gotta be sneaky, sneaky. And he will not be so sneaky as he does not get scouted. However that works. So, I'm going to come in. We'll be able to kind of scout around. Does see at least the Cyber, or excuse me, oh, he doesn't even see the gateway. Just gonna kind of go around, and now it is going to be a double. Oh my god. Becky, look at her robotics facility. She's got 2 of them. Oh man, and look at that, warping in with the robotics facility. We're gonna see a classic Immortal all-in coming in here from Arog Fire. Guitar Cheese, what is he gonna do behind this? He throws down a bunker immediately as he knows something is up. He's like, you know what, you're missing some buildings here. He's gonna start scanning around. He's still not gonna find this thing. He's so close, but he does not find it at all. Starport coming down. Does have a Cyclone, which will be able to help a little bit here, and potentially the bunker can help. I don't know. Oh man. Oh, this is so bad. Guitar Cheese will return home again, still trying to find out where this proxy is. He knows there's something on the map, but he just does not know what. And it is going to be that Warp Prism flying its way across the map. It's going to be a Stalker and an Adept, and of course the 2 Immortals coming across. And oh, I don't know if he can do it, man. He's gonna have to get out of the base to deal with these, and Immortals just deal so much damage to these things. Okay, so Cyclone is in the main. He's gonna start trying to attack here onto the Warp Prism, which is really good. He needs to shut down that Warp Prism, but is he gonna have to sacrifice everything to hold on to this? Okay, he's trying to heal everything up for as much as possible. Oh, but it's gonna go down. Oh no, the tank does pop out. The Immortals gonna get juggled around here. They are starting to get a little low. The Marines trying to help push us back. The SCVs, they're working their hearts out. But is it gonna be enough here? The Immortals still juggling and still will back up here. But for the time being here, Guitar Cheese gonna hold on to it. But Warp Prism is not done yet. He's gonna come back into the main, into the natural, trying to find the next area of attack. sees the bunker, and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna attack it. Does lose one immortal there, and the Banshee play, oh, such a sick play, gonna come right on top of it. There's nothing that can shoot up until these stalkers get in here. One of the stalkers will fall, the tank in the back, trying to hold on to this, but with another adept, or excuse me, another Archon coming in, this is not looking good. The Banshee, though, gonna hold on here. Has he done it? Has Guitar Cheese held on? He will lose one tank, but will be able to reclaim it, and now the Banshee is on the trail. He is ready to shut this down, and he is going to whoosh himself into victory here, potentially. This Banshee is just insane, but oh no. The Stalkers are coming for support. There's 4 Immortals here. Oh my god. Guitar Cheese having to keep it alive. He does lose it. Oh, but on the other side, he does have a Viking. He has another Viking on the way. He's throwing down some more barracks. He is sieged up, but this is where it gets interesting because that Warp Prism can just send everything straight into the main, and that looks like it's where it's going to go. 2 more Immortals are on the way, but if this Viking can shut down that pressure, he should be in a golden spot here. He is. He's going to start working on it here. Doesn't have enough. He's going to back out. They can't get to him. The Stalkers can't get to him. Oh, he's able to pull it out just in time. Look at this pressure coming here from Auroch Fire. The second tank on the way to hide up on the top ground. The Adepts trying to get on top of the tank, and that's where they're going to go. Going to shade right on top of it at the same time. Going to be able to get on top of everything. Gets the Warp Prism kill. Will he be able to hold on to this? All he needs to do is survive. The Adepts going to be able to take care of the tank. The bunker going to hold on for the time being. The siege tank going to be able to push this back for the time being. Losing a lot of mining time here, but he is doing whatever he can to survive. Another War Prism on the way. The Vikings going to be able to land. Oh no, the Adepts going to get into the main. One doesn't. Okay, doesn't finish its shade, so we're still good there. 6 kills, though, all together, and it looks like he's going to continue this pressure, going to continue to push on it, and Guitar Cheese has had enough. He is going to all in at this point. He's got his his Vikings. He's got the SEVs for support. Going to start getting on top of all the Immortals, start crushing them down. The meat shields of the SEVs are going to go down. They're going to try to get a wraparound here onto the Immortals. The War Prism going to get shut down once again. And here it goes. Guitar Cheese pushing back with everything he can, landing one of the Vikings to get on top of this. A second Viking going to land. All of the SCVs are dead. The tank's going to siege up here, and it doesn't look like he's going to have enough. He'll have to back up as most of his SCVs have fallen. He's still got 29 at home, but he's going to have to back up once again. There's just so much here for Auroch Fire. Guitar Cheese, has he overextended? The Observer now seeing everything, and will be able to kind of rinse things back. Will he lose the Viking? Oh! The tank's gonna come down and siege up, but I think does he have blink? Okay, he doesn't have blink, so he can't get up there. He's waiting for, I think he's waiting for the other War Prism. Yeah, he's waiting for the War Prism to get up here. The tank needs to be back just a little bit, but yeah, he's got this thing on lockdown. Oh, he's gotta be careful. He's only got 1 Viking here, and he needs to snipe that War Prism once again, but this is basically an all-in play here from Auroch Fire. He does have that expansion to continue to go on with this, but he just wants to bust through this. He's going to get right on top of the tank. Oh, at the same time, going to go up to the front. Just going to get on top of everything. It does get one of the tanks. The second tank will eventually fall here. Going to have to resuit himself. And it looks like gonna pull everything once again, trying to get on top of that Warp Prism. Shuts down the warp in here, and that is exactly what he needed. Guitar Cheese gonna get on top of everything, and we will see everything get destroyed here as all of those SCVs, the Marines, push everything back. Both of them barely survive. Another mortal just kind of like late to the party. He's like, it looks like everything's done. Let's go home. But 14 more SCVs do come down. I don't think Guitar Cheese can do this much more. He doesn't have stim done just yet. And this is a little bit ways done from being done. And he still has concussive shells, or excuse me, combat shields from being done. But he is still pushing. If he can shut this down, if he can lock this down, he's going to be in a phenomenal position here. Here come the Marines. Here come the tanks. Going to start getting on top of this. The War Prism trying to juggle these as best as possible. He gets the Stalkers. He's going to start pushing into this once again. More Stalkers do come in here, but there is just a lot of units here. Combat Shield completes. Stim completes. And it looks like Auroch Fire not going to have enough. And here comes Guitar Cheese. Oh, he's going to be able to take it down. Oh, goodness. Both of these are still sitting up, but he's going to be able to get both of those robotics facilities and now start pushing across the map. He knows he needs to get it done, and there's nothing at home but a single stalker. There's those two immortals that can go across and put some pressure on, sure, but all he needs is like a Viking, and he can shut that down and go straight into the natural here. And Guitar Cheese pushing himself to victory here. Gonna get one of the stalkers potentially. The second stalker goes down. The third stalker still a little bit in here. The probes have been pulled to deal with this. Can he hold on? 11, 12, 15 probes going to go down. They all disappear within the cannon fodder. And here it comes. Going to try to get on it one more time here. But it looks like it's not going to be enough. And this might just be it. As he starts going up the natural ramp. Everything falling under pressure. And a GG will be called as Guitar Cheese takes the victory here in this epic best of 5 series and gets the victory. GG's, what a game, what a series. Just incredible hold there from the Terran player, man. After all of the aggression, so GG's, well played to them. What a great game. Oh man, guys, thank you again so much for hanging out. Make sure if you guys haven't already, you guys use those match reading codes. I think they might be used up. Looks like the bracket thing's still going on, so make sure you guys use that. Code is APS139. Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to see more from me, make sure you guys follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/gravity620. You can follow me on Twitter at realgravity620. Come hang out. Always loving doing some casting. I think I'm going to try to cast some Special and Estrella from yesterday tonight, so make sure you guys check in that. Guys, thank you again so much for hanging out. I love you. I appreciate you. Congratulations to Guitar Cheese. See you next time. Adios, Simbar. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Nuclear missile ready.